is an intensive property of a system. A. Specific energy. B. Volume. C. Kinetic energy. D. Entropy. The correct answer is specific energy. Car travels 100 kilometers to city A in 2 hours. Then travels 200 kilometers to city B in 3 hours. What is the average speed of the car for the trip? So the formula for the average speed is equal to the total distance over the total time. At ang ating total distance travel, so nag-travel siya una 100 kilometers, then nag-travel siya pangalawa 200 kilometers. And for the total time, 2 hours yung una, yung pangalawa, 3 hours. So lalabas ang ating average speed or velocity, 300 divided by 5. Okay, so that would be 60 kilometers per hour. Which of the following is standard temperature and pressure? A. 0 Kelvin and 1 atmospheric pressure. B. 32 Fahrenheit and 0 pressure. C. 0 Fahrenheit and 0 pressure. D. 0 Celsius and 1 atmospheric pressure. The correct answer is 0 Celsius, 1 atmospheric pressure. STP. Right. So this is STP at chemistry. Five school trumpets are being played. What is the resulting sound intensity level if each has an average sound intensity level of 70 decibel? So, meron tayo ditong 5 sources. Okay, so yung ating keyword dyan, 5 sources. At each level daw, each intensity level is 70 decibels. Ang hinanap, ano yung intensity level total. And to get the intensity level total, hindi mo lang yan basta i-multiply by 5. Kukunin mo na yung intensity dun sa bawat level. So, ang formula natin, first is intensity level is equal to 10 log of the intensity divided by 10 raised to negative 12. So, alamin natin kung ano muna yung I, intensity. At substitute natin dito yung intensity level ng una, decibel, is equal to 10 log I 10 raised to negative 12. So, we have I equals 70 10 log of I 10 raised to negative 12. Shift solve. So, ang value ng I natin is 1 times 10 raised to negative 5. Or 10 raised to negative 5 is I. Or 1 times. Kailangan ko na yung 1 times negative 5. And to get the intensity level total, kailangan mo kunin yung intensity total. At ang intensity total, yun lang yung summation ng mga intensities. Eh, kung pare-parehas lang naman ito, 5 yan. So, times 5 mo lang ang 1 times 10 raised to negative 5. You have the intensity total, 5 times 10 raised to negative 5. And that 5 times 10 raised to negative 5, we will be using that doon sa intensity level total. Ang formula, 10 log, dapat I total din over 10 raised to negative 12. So, substitute natin yung values. We have 10 log 5 times 10 raised to negative 5 over 10 raised to negative 12. Anong lalabas na intensity level total? So, we have here 10 log of 5 times 10 raised to negative 5. equals. Lalabas 76.5 99. That is decibels, or 77 decibels. Yan yung ating solution. Next. An ideal gas is 45 psi G and 80 Fahrenheit is heated in a closed container to 130 Fahrenheit. What is the final pressure? Now, hinahanap ang pressure, therefore, hindi ito constant pressure. Nabago yung temperature, so hindi constant temperature. So, we can assume na yung closed container natin nag-i-indicate ng constant volume. So, if that's constant volume, ang solution natin is T1, T2 equals P1 over P2, if that's constant volume. So, substitute. Temperature 1, 80 plus 460. Temperature 2, 130 plus 460. Pressure 1, 45, that is PSIG, gawin natin PSIA, times plus 14.7. Sa ilalim, pressure 2, na ang choice natin absolute. So, wala tayong ilalagay na plus 14.7. Kasi ang lalabas na dyan, absolute. Then, shift solve. Lalabas ay 65.23. That is PSI A, absolute. X. Two barges, one weighing 10 tons, the other weighing 20 tons, are connected by a cable in quiet water. Initially, the barges are at rest, 100 feet apart. Okay, so meron ka ditong barge, nakakonektado daw yan, another barge. Isa ay weighing 10 tons, isa ay 20 tons. Initially at rest, 100 feet apart. The cable is reeled in until the barges are 50 feet apart. So, reeled in, so pinaiklet. Na kung saan, ito siya, tapos, ito na. If the friction is negligible, calculate the distance moved by the 10-ton barge. So, for the 10-ton barge, kasi, kumbaga ito parang hinila mo lang hinila mo both side. And yung hinila mong value is constant lang yung force. And when it comes to force, okay, mag-apply ka dyan ng force, okay? And itong hila na to, saka to, yung force na yan, equal lang. So, yun yung reeled in na tinatawag dyan. Yung term niya na reeled in. Until maging 50. Ang force natin is mass times acceleration. Let's say acceleration is constant. Yung force natin ay, or rather, sabihin natin force is constant. So, ibig sabihin, ang acceleration natin ay inversely proportional sa mass. Okay? The mass is inversely proportional sa acceleration. And acceleration is directly proportional yan sa, yung acceleration, directly proportional naman yan sa distance. Okay? Acceleration is directly proportional sa distance. Ang distance natin dito, yung formula natin sa kinematics. And if that's the case, meaning, pag pinagsama natin yung dalawa, papatak ngayon na ang mass is inversely proportional sa distance. So kung mass natin mas magaan, mas malaki yung matutravel niya. Kung mass natin mas mabigat, mas maikli ang matutravel niya. In this case, we have a total of 50. So meron tong travel na distance na x, yun yung hinanap. And then the other one is, yung travel distance niya is 50 minus x. So bakit 50 minus x? Kasi itong remaining 50 yan. Para pag ilan mo total, that's 100. So in terms of proportionality, since inversely proportional yan, mass 1 now is over mass 2. Pag inversely proportional, magiging ganito ang relation. S2, S1. So, substitute. You have mass 1. Mass 1, 10 tons. Mass 2, 20 tons. Equals S2. Ang distance travel ng S2 is 50 minus X. Ang distance travel ng isa ay X. So, we can solve X now here. 10 over 2. 50 minus X over X. Yung X na yan, yung distance travel ng 1. 33.33. So, idinahan natin sa proportionality. Two charges, Q1, Q2 are 20 nanocoulomb, 30 nanocoulomb respectively, are separated 50 mm apart. What is the electric field halfway between them? Okay, so for this charge, meron tayong dalawang charge. Let's say, sinabi nyo parehas positive charge. Isang 20, okay, ito yan. At isang 30. So, 20 nanocoulomb. And the other one is 30 positive charge. Nanocoulomb. Now, when it comes to charge, if that's positive, ang tendency niya is siya yung magbigay ng electric field. Sa kanya magagaling. And meron silang distance na 50 millimeters apart. Ang tinatanong, ano daw yung electric field between the two? So, yung point na kinukonsider natin, nandun sa gitna. Ang distance ngayon is 25. Both sides is 25 mm. Since parehas silang positive, ang ganap ngayon ng direction ng electric field is pabigay doon sa point na pinupuntahan. Yung una, papunta dito, may going right. Yung isa naman, papunta sa kaliwa. Ang formula natin pagdating sa electric field is K, Q, the charge, divided by the R square, distance, doon sa point na yon. And kung sakaling meron tayong multiple charge or meron tayong dalawang charge, ang hinanap nating electric field is net. We just need to combine the two, E1 plus E2. Okay, so this is vector, so malagay yung direction. So since ang distance ng bawat charge 20 and 30, doon sa point natin sa gitna, both of them is 25 mm, so pwede natin factor out. Ang K is constant naman, so pwede natin factor out yan. Kaya lalabas, yan ay magiging K over R square. And we have Q1 plus Q2. Okay? So yan yung ating magiging solution. Ang value ng K natin pagdating sa column, or the column's constant is 9 times 10 raised to 9. That is Newton meter square per column square. Then, ang R natin, gagawin lang nating meter. So, that's 25 mm. 25 times 10 negative 3 para maging meter. And then, square natin. After square, yung Q natin, so take note ang 1 natin, itong 20 nanocoulomb. Yung 2 natin, 30 nanocoulomb. Since ang 20 nanocoulomb, ang kanyang field is going right is positive, so as is tayo, 20. And then yung isa naman, pakaliwa ang kanyang direction. So pag pakaliwa, opposite direction yan. Pakaliwa, negative, minus 30 tayo. Nanocoulomb. And nanocoulomb is times 10 raised to negative 9 coulomb. So sa units natin, magka-cancel ito. Cancel ang isang coulomb. Cancel yung meter square. Cancel yung times 10 raised to 9. Times 10 raised to negative 9. Magka-cancel yan. Kaya ang ating answer now is 9, 25, negative 3, square, 20 minus 30. And then in terms of times 10 raised to 5, So that would be, move mo lang yung decimal, 1.44. So our I net now is negative 1.44 times 10 raised to 5, that's Newton per coulomb. So get the absolute value lang for the electric field, yung magnitude lang tayo. You have 1.4 times 10 raised to 5 Newton per coulomb. A power line weighs 2 pounds per foot of length, or 30 Newton per meter. Okay, it is supported by 2 equal height towers over a level forest. The tower spacing is 100 feet. Compute the sag if the maximum tension is 500 pounds. So, titingnan muna natin anong klaseng cable meron tayo. Power line cable. First, check the natawag na span to sag ratio. Span to sag ratio, span is 100 feet. Or in terms of SI, since SI yung ating choices, so 30 meters. And from the sag, pipiliin mo dito ang may pinakamaliit na value. So, ganun yung checking. Integrate natin yung choices. 1.08 meter. Okay, kahit 1.08 man yan, pag pinindot natin yan sa calcu, 30 divided by 1.08, that's greater than 10. Okay, yung punto dyan, greater than 10. Kahit na ang gawin natin yung pinakamalaki pang value, 3.1. And, oops, 3.1 less than 10. Okay, magkakatinary pala pag 3.1. So, titingnan natin. So, pwedeng letter D, mayroong isang catenary, and ABC, both of them, lahat sila ay parabolic. So, majority parabolic. Try natin solve to using parabolic. For the maximum tension, ang maximum tension natin yan, yung T. Ito yung maximum tension. T is equal to square root of H square plus omega L over 2 square. At ang H natin is omega L square over 8D. So, doon natin makuha yung ating sag sa H. So, substitute natin dito. We have 2,000 SI tayo. 2,000 Newton equals square root of omega 30, length 30 din, square over 8D square plus omega 30 times length 30 span divided by 2, then square. Shift solve natin. Basta wag lang letter D, check naman natin, magsasatisfy yan parabolic. So, 30 times 30 square 8D and then square plus 30 times 30 over 2. Shift solve. So, lalabas 1.73. 1.73 meters. So, for checking, we can do the span to sag again. Span to sag and span 1.30 rather pag SI, and then 1.73. So 30 divided 1.73, that is greater than 10. Yun ang malaga dyan pag parabolic, greater than 10. Particle position defined by S equals 2 sine Ti plus 4 sine Tj. T is in radian. What is the magnitude of the particle's velocity when T is equal to 4 radian? So we have I and J, and those I and J is somewhat vector. And for those vector, hinahanap naman dito is velocity. Velocity. So how do we get velocity? Velocity is derivative of distance with respect to time. So, derive muna natin. So, derive natin 2 sine t. Okay, derivative of that is 2 cosine t, then I. Then yung isa naman, derivative for cosine is minus 4 sine t j. So may idea na tayo sa I and j. And papatak dyan yung I and j natin. Itong part na to, that's the Vx. Ito naman ay yung Vy. So when it comes to vector, the magnitude of a vector, okay, vector is equal to the square root ng yung component ng I at saka nung j square. That's how we get the magnitude. So substitute natin, you have 2 cosine t, t is 4, square, plus negative 4 sine of t na 4, then square. So, lalabas yung magnitude ng ating velocity. Square root of, kailangan naka-radian. So, set mo natin sa radian. Square root ng 2 cosine 4 plus negative 4 sine of 4 equals, ang lalabas 3.3. Yun yung magnitude ng ating velocity. Particle's position is defined by this equation, or it is in radian again. What is most usually the magnitude of particle's acceleration naman? So for the acceleration, alam na natin yung velocity, derivative yan distance with respect to time, so derive lang natin. 15 cosine ti minus 8.5, ang derivative cosine is negative sine tj, and then ang acceleration is derivative ng velocity with respect to time. So pag dinerive natin to, magiging negative 15 sine t of I, and this would be negative 8.5 cosine t of j. So lalabas ulit na itong mga nandito coefficients, yung ax, ito naman yung ating ay. So to get the magnitude of acceleration vector, that is equal to the square root of ax squared plus ay squared. So substitute natin, square root, negative 15 sine of tt is pi, and then square, plus negative 8.5 cosine of pi square. Cosine yan ng sine yan and cosine yan ng pi. So kung familiar tayo what is sine ng pi, ang sine ng pi is 0. Ang cosine ng pi, itong cosine ng pi, that's negative 1. So you have negative 1 square root and square, magka-cancel lang yan. Lalabas yung magnitude ngayon natin ng acceleration is equal to 8.5. Kahit pwede sa calculus, lalabas yun na 8.5.